Hello! Hi! Welcome to Average Roll. We're a group of chilling gamers, and this is the end of the first arc of our 5e high-level Dragonlance campaign. Characters are currently 15th level! Can you believe that craziness? As such, we're very excited and can wait to find out what expect our heroes as they finally reach the abode of the gods and hopefully, find the answers to all of their questions and queries which started this campaign so long ago in real life. in game time, not so long ago. Before we can jump right back into the action, though, I'd like to catch up with my fellow players and see how they've been doing since our last session, starting with you, Patty.
I'm really sad because today is my last day of my vacations.
Oh no.
Tomorrow comes reality.
Go back to reality, no.
School
Keep
and
reality
work.
at bay. Yeah.
Great. That's it. I mean, playing Baldur's Gate.
What's that? What's that? Can you tell us about that?
That's it.
Okay. Thank you. How about you, Daniel? Have you been playing Baldur's Gate 3?
I have not. I
Okay,
have specifically been avoiding it just in case anything in the adventure that I'm preparing ends up looking like it. I already know I'm not featuring Mind Flayers, and it's not in the Forgotten Realms, so I think I'm safe, but just in case.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a very good measure. Like,
Any similarities to any adventures in video games?
Totally, absolutely,
unintentional.
100% incidental. Yeah, no, not intentional. Awesome.
That's a good politic.
Yeah. How about you, Jose? Have you been playing Baldur's Gate 3?
A little, just a little. I think I'm in the third playthrough now. It's a very fun game.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that a little bit. How many hours do you have on Baldur's Gate 3? How game?
I believe I have over 100.
Over 100.
I need
I
help.
love it. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's a very fun game.
As many hit points as your current level 15
exactly.
character.
Very
Yeah,
close,
you have,
very close.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Besides that, very fun here.
Sure. And how about you, Alejandro?
Still on vacations. It's awesome.
Also on vacation?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I took two weeks because I needed. And Baldur's Gate, I have a lot of hours. The guys here at the group knows. And
No.
I'm playing another stuff now. New DLC from Cyberpunk.
Oh,
So I'm playing Cyberpunk again. And Resident Evil 4, playing it because DLC.
that's
again.
the remastered one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's super cool. Yeah.
And the Ada campaign is out. So Ada is good. So the gameplay is good.
I've been playing a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't had the time, sadly, to delve more into it, but I've been playing a little bit. I love it. It's the closest thing I've ever felt to actual D&D on a like video game.
Yeah.
I don't know much about video games though, so it may be wrong, but it felt really, really like, oh, it's like I love the narration that you have some kind of a GM talking and guiding you through everything, and that felt really good. Okay, so session 10, as I said in the intro, we're about to start the last session of the first arc of their story. If you have watched, I think you're gonna watch that first, our State of the Channel video. You're gonna get some more information there. Like we talked a little bit about what's going on in the future with this campaign. So yeah, do you have any questions or comments, anything before we jump straight back into the action?
Nope.
What happened before?
You fought you said like a mega sword of knights. I think that was the last thing you did. You were
Yeah.
fighting a mega sword of knights. Does anybody have
A
any
little
other
confusing, not?
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah.
Sounds so strange. Every time you talk about your D&D
Ready.
campaigns with friends, it sounds always so strange. Like, what did you do last session? And you start talking, and it's like, okay. Sure. Okay, if nobody has any questions, then we're gonna, return to the casual epicness of Dragonlance Samro Change. Cue. So, after overcoming their last test in the realm of Kirjalith, a realm on the brink of war against whatever forces are currently assailing all of reality, the upper planes included, it seems, our heroes have finally obtained the last of the 3 sigils necessary to secure their passage to the abode of the gods, where they expect to find answers about the strange occurrences they have experienced, as well as the mysterious absence of the gods from the mortal realm, as the forces of the dark Knights of Takhisis threaten to secure their conquest over the whole of Ansalon. We're going to start with all of you back in this Coliseum. After this battle, you have recently acquired the Tyvul, this incredibly cool magic item drum that you have now, which is the sigil, the 3rd sigil. And yeah, I'm gonna move us there in the roll 20. And I'm gonna show you the Tyvul again, just so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. And in that moment, as you are looking at the Tyvul and like basically the knights, the big Megazord knight dissolved, and now all of the statues have been restored to their places, and their lights are currently on. The lights that are here, like up there on this kind of balcony, are still on, but the lights of the weapons of the knights are no longer lit up. They are now stone again. Cass comes out of the tunnel that led to the Coliseum, and it approaches you. There's like you can see on his face, like even though he's like very serious and all of that, you can see he's beaming with pride because of what you did, and especially what Keras did. So what would you like to do?
Halrad is just going to plunge the great sword on the floor and sit on the ground.
Sure.
While looking at Keras with a smile.
I'm looking behind me and ask if Joran and Moonsong and everyone is all right.
We are. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you are indeed mighty heroes, I say. And like Cass approaches and says, well done indeed. I haven't seen a group do so well in a long time.
We try to do our best.
Yeah. What is this? And like he looks at the drum in the middle of you.
The sigil.
You don't know this item?
I think this is our key.
No, people who come here receive different things. Like they receive what the god gives them. Sometimes the god gives them a sword or a shield or a lance, usually. But I've never seen something like this. A drum. It's kind of strange, actually.
I haven't checked if I can. No, I have no proficiency in any music instrument.
I have good performance, but it's more akin to me having like natural good tuning, but I don't have proficiency.
There's a lot of chanting in the Knights of Salerno.
In the Knights Guild, yeah, that's true. A lot of singing.
So how does it work if I have proficiency in drums? How?
I would
You
say
have
in
advantage.
I would say in this case you have advantage, and you need to make a performance check.
Advantage.
But I put on the item a performance check. I know that doesn't exist in 5e, because I want to say that depends on the skill that you're using. Sorry, the characteristic you're using depends on how you're playing the drum. Like if you're trying to play like rhythmically and be, I don't know, kind of cool, you can say that you are using maybe, charisma, or if you're trying to play it in like following your instincts, and maybe wisdom. If you're playing
cool.
it, if you're playing it according to like a meter, like following some kind of like a device trying to keep the meter, that would be like intelligence. So it depends on how you play it, basically.
Follow the beat of your heart and play with constitution.
Yeah, so that would be super cool.
I don't know, if you're marching with an army, maybe.
That is true. Yeah. There are many options. I don't like to lock things into certain characteristics because You know, like sometimes you
So-
don't have it, but it makes sense for your character to do it.
So saying that I play drums, Keras, do you mind if I take a look at it?
Not at all.
Yeah.
So I
All
approach and
yours.
look at it first of all like an instrument, you know,
Yeah.
like
You've seen a lot of drums created by your people. They all have more or less like the same qualities. They're made out of wood and leather. Usually the leather, you know, like a tanned leather that is put on top of it. Sometimes it's rawhide, but usually it's tanned leather that put and like kept very tight, so you can create the sound and everything. The craftsmanship in this one is incredible. It looks ancient. It looks like something that has, I don't know, like 5,000 years old or something. It's also crude a little bit in that, like the designs are even reminiscent of your people to a certain extent, but probably like their ancestors, like the people who came long before there were any people on the plains of Abanasinia, and before the plains of Abanasinia even existed. So it has that sort of quality, and it's very well made, and you can tell when you get close to it that is so well preserved, because it's definitely not a mundane item. It's a magic item, for sure.
I'm looking at the reaction of my companions, my ghost companions.
I would say that your sister is like very interested, like for once she's like interested in something that is like, and she says, that looks like a really good war drum. Yeah. And like the other two are like not so keen on it. Like they're looking at it, but they're more like looking around and everything else.
Mostly, I was thinking of the reaction about the judgment, the
Oh, what you did?
of how was or why English today? It's fading apart completely. How was our working in the.
You can set it on Spanish, and
I'm going to say, I'm
we
sorry
can-
for our English speakers, my English is not working. Quiero saber cómo reaccionan ellos con respecto a nuestro desenvolvimiento en el
Desempeño.
evento. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Why?
So
Yeah.
you want to know what they feel about how we did in the
Yes.
Colosseum battle.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Yes.
Yeah. Billman is like, kind of. Oh, you pulled some good stuff there. Oh, well done. Like, because you did some magic, and the vendor is like, "Are you doing well? Are you okay?
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
You are becoming very, very wise. I congratulate you. That was a very difficult decision. And your sister's kind of ignoring that part of the whole thing, and like looking at the drum, looking at Kaz, and says, yeah. It was a soft thing. It was a good thing, but a soft thing anyway. So,
I believe that maybe was the right thing.
yeah, it was right, because all of these people are softies. So it is, you know.
I'm not going to say anything.
Cool. How about the rest of you?
Hal-
Keras is
How-
talking to himself again.
Again.
Yeah, Halred is just sitting on the ground, looking at the Colosseum, looking at Keras, looking at Moonsong dealing with the drum, and just taking it in. He's smiling.
Sure.
He's looks more relaxed.
So if you allow me, I would like to play the drum.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So I'm going
How
to
would you-
play
You remember?
like this song. I mean, Moonsong, her tribe is, and her job basically is around war
Yeah.
and protection. So she's going to sing and play the drums of this a song that the camp sings when warriors come back and they are successful.
Awesome, like a celebration kind of type martial song. Awesome. So
I
you
have
let me know
One in performance.
No, it's okay. You can roll with another stat if you want to, like another.
Like with the heart, like
Yeah.
remembering my.
That
would be
sounds to me like wisdom. So you can
wisdom,
just
okay.
press wisdom and you roll with advantage because remember that you have proficiency in drum, so you know what you're doing.
Okay, going to roll my dice.
Go ahead. Yeah. Please
In the
use
meantime,
real
Jonah
dice.
will pat Keras on the shoulder and go, "Well done."
Thanks.
Also,
16.
Cool.
16.
That's more than enough.
it would be difficult to stealth with a drum.
As you play it, you get this. I don't know why I imagine this kind of a song. Like it's kind of like starts like very like low tempo and it goes a little bit like faster. And as the tempo is increasing on the song, all of you feel like this, like almost as if you are contemplating something beautiful. You feel like this emotion and like overcoming you to a certain extent. And everybody, as long as Moonsong is playing the drums, everybody gets the benefits of the bless spell. You are immune to being frightened, and you gain 10 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
So I have to keep playing the drum.
When you play it the first time, everybody gets the temporary hit points, and they get the effect of the bless spell, and then they're immune to being frightened, as long as you maintain the beat. Once you stop playing, and to play it in combat or in another situation, it takes you like a bonus action. You don't need to spend like your whole action.
Which one she has to maintain the? Because as I'm reading the item, it seems that the immunity to frighten condition, it has to keep the beat, or is the blessed too?
The bless too.
Also,
They're
okay.
also. Yeah.
Bless and immunity to frighten are with the beat.
Those
Oh.
two depend on the beat, and the
Temporary
10
hit
temporary
point.
hit points, occur once, and then if she starts playing again, you gain 10 temporary hit points, but they do not stack. So
Yeah.
They
don't
okay,
stack,
okay.
so- It's superheroism.
it's superheroism, literally.
It's very cool.
It's a superheroic, drum. And as you do this, as you play this song, Moonsong, Kaz looks like taken aback by this, and you see his eyes like shining with like contained tears, almost at that moment. And then, do you stop playing or do you keep on playing?
I play a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
like.
Sure. And as you keep on playing, you're about like to reach probably like the climax of the song, and you stop playing, and you see like a single tear like falling down one of his cheeks. And in that moment, you, Jonah, get this feeling. I don't know if you've ever felt like this before. You get a feeling of like premonition. You know something bad is going to happen like 5 seconds before it does.
No.
You feel like your heart basically like almost like growing a size smaller with this tension, and then there's like a huge earthquake. BD dubs out of the game. We're all Chileans, so when I say a huge earthquake, I mean it
No.
like for the people who are not Chileans. For us, it would be like
Okay.
something mid, like the type of stuff
Yeah.
that we
Okay.
keep on going.
Haldra,
So a regular earthquake.
Yeah, like an earth tremor. For us, would be an
it's,
earth
it's,
tremor.
it's just a tremor,
Yeah.
not a hair.
Yeah, for people on the States or any elsewhere, it would be like a huge earthquake. Yeah, unless you're Japanese or something, because those people know about earthquakes too.
You are cruel.
So yeah, it happens. It's like so strong, and like the statues start cracking, and all of a sudden, over the horizon, I described that the light on this realm is always like twilight, like early twilight or late twilight, like early night in this case, since you have arrived. And now on the sky, you immediately look up. You get this instinctual feeling. You look up and you see like some stars disappearing. Jonah. From the
Can I
night sky.
recognize if they're part of a particular constellation?
Go ahead and
Does
roll
this look
give me a
similar?
religion check. Yeah.
Does this look similar to what happened on Lunitari's run?
29.
Yes, it does.
You
Okay.
muted yourself.
Ooh.
As you're looking at this, Jonah, you see the scales, which belong to
Galera scales?
the scales in the sky. They belong to Hirukel, the god of exploitation, and the scales are gone. All of a sudden, like all of them disappeared, and they are replaced by a sort of an empty darkness, but it's like darker than any darkness you've ever seen. Like it's the complete absence of light and of anything else, and it seems to be spreading. And yeah, Haldrath, this definitely feels like you feel the same sort of feeling as the earthquake stops. You feel the same feeling of like there's something very wrong about this as this is happening.
What
Would you
happened?
like to do?
We are
Hidukel,
running out of time. That's what.
evil god of greed, of thieves and secrets. It's not like before, decades ago when the gods walked the world. This was something took his place.
Something.
The darker than darkness that we saw assaulting Lunitari.
This is getting worse and worse.
We have our key. Let's press on. We don't have time.
We need to move.
What is this? Has this happened before? Is this what the people are fighting here?
Maybe not here, but in another place too.
I actually forget, what were they fighting here? Like, I remember there was a war camp and Casper.
They were
wasn't-
described the
Dragonlance.
way now you make this sort of like 2 +
Yeah.
2. You know, like you make the connection.
Yeah.
They were describing something along this line.
Never
Like
mind.
they were fighting
I
creatures coming out of
completely
cracks.
forgot that they were
Oh, yes.
in a fucking war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another war back on Crane, back on the material plane,
Yeah.
but that's something else.
Yes, the one we originally started caring about and then went, oh no.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is bigger.
Yeah. So we'd answer, yes. The creatures that they are fighting, they come from this threat. It is already taken many other realms. And
What manner of darkness is this? I've never seen anything like this.
We
Is it,
neither.
is it the gods of darkness? The gods of evil?
they are suffering under this as much as anyone else.
This is the weird stuff. They are fighting alongside the other gods.
It already consumes the red moon. The same is
Oh.
going to happen to this place. We need to hurry now. Gas, where we can go to the place between the plains.
Let's go back to whence we came. The home that I now live in. There's some kind of a circle there. There's like a holy altar. Let's go back to the altar. Maybe you can use that.
That could help.
Okay. What are you going to do?
Walking back.
I'm going to first ask Daniel, do you want an steed?
I mean, if it would get us there faster, yes. But
No. I mean, like in general. I can make you an steed, a dragonet.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super cool.
I'm
take
going
it.
to cast a find greater steed. And
For those of
command
us
the,
that can't fly.
the dragonet that obeys Jonah every
Awesome.
command.
Yeah. So you have a dragonet. You have one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have
No,
to make
he
sort of a
flies. He
list.
flies with his helmet.
Yeah, we're gonna need a list of things that I owe you, like tokens for that stuff. Like, I now remember the weapon for sacred
Yeah,
weapon. Yeah,
The celestial that I can summon.
the celestial.
That,
yeah.
That's my version of getting a steed. I call a celestial spirit and go,
And now
carry
we
me.
need two steeds. And I don't know if anybody else needs anything. Let me know so I
No.
could look at that. Yeah.
No, I fly with my helmet, my peregrine mask.
Exactly.
I
So
am by you. You can
you're
fly.
And
I
as you're
can't.
flying, Haldrath, you look around and you see like basically it is almost equivalent as if from the sky there was some kind of a portal or like a kind of imagine if there were a sun and the sun was illuminating the ground, and in that place on the ground things were coming out. But this is all of this is nothingness. It's like darkness. And as you see that, as you're flying over, like out of the Coliseum and towards the Hermit's house in which Cassis was staying, you see troops coming out of the war camp, riding, towards that, and you see out of the ground like figures that in the distance you cannot distinguish much about them, but they seem to be made out of this nothingness, and the armies are about to clash in the distance. Like the army of these creatures plus whatever armies these holy people who now inhabit in the afterlife the realm of Kirijolith have created or just assembled. So yeah, that's about that for you. How about the rest of you? Jonah, Moonsong, Keras, what would you like to do?
I mean, do we have to leave? We're not going to fight. We have to leave, right?
Yeah.
We need to,
Correct.
we need to leave and leave fast.
So I can
Sadly.
detect a portal.
Oh, that's super awesome. You have that ability.
Yeah.
Is that automatic or you
No,
need like to
wait.
roll something?
I have this. Let me see.
She
I have
smells the portal.
Once per short
Yeah.
rest, as an action, you detect the distance and direction of the closest planar portal within a mile of you.
You
It's
are
an
now
action, like
absolutely sure that how do you detect it? Do you have any idea how Moonsung does it? Like, is it like a smell or like a sense of like direction? Like, how would you say that she does it?
I think that she kneels, takes the gets in contact with the earth,
Yeah.
with the land, and then she wraps it in her hands and,
Awesome.
and like lets the wind tell her where it is.
Awesome. And the wind takes like the earth from your hands and start like flying. And this like sudden wind blows straight towards the house that you were staying before. And actually I'm gonna loosen the map so you see it one last time in the city of Rest. And can you see this? Speed it up. Okay. So as you're advancing through this sort of like elvish architecture city, as you're running towards that, once again another one of these earthquakes occurs. You're able to keep on going. What would you like to do as you're reaching the house?
What do we need to move? First, second, what going to happen here?
You see that Cass all of a sudden goes into a room, disappears for a moment, and he comes back, and he's like putting like a breastplate on, and strapping like a huge axe to his back, and he says, "I don't know what you are about to do, but what I am about to do is join my people and fight whatever these things are. We may not be very useful, but I think that after seeing you, I was wrong. We need to fight this, whatever it is, as long as we can."
Why you don't come with us? Fuck honor.
He smiles and puts like a huge hand on your shoulder and says, "You are brave, Keras, but this group already has enough Minotaurs. Plus, my time as a hero is over. It is time for you. This is your story. not mine. I must say, though, the last time I met any Minotaur, I was always disappointed in our people. They seem brutish and cruel to me, but you've restored my faith in them. We have a future if there are people like you in the world. Don't let nobody else. And like, she looks, you feel like straight towards your sister, though he cannot possibly know where your sister is. Don't let nobody else tells you otherwise.
I'm going in Minotaur. I'm going to say to him that it's been a pleasure to meet someone like him, and thank you for
He
everything.
puts, yeah, a hand on his chest, over like his heart, and he says, in Minotaur, the pleasure has been all mine, Keras Foronoma. I hope we will meet again under better circumstances. Okay, how about the rest of you? Jonah, Moonsong, Halrath.
I'm gathering the items that we've recovered through the different planes.
Sure.
And I also take out the scroll of plane shift. It's been so long, I don't remember if I have to cast the spell plane shift or if we have to do something else.
No, before you didn't have to do anything, and now when you, with the help of Moonsong, you reach the altar, and you have to move a couple of things around the altar, and then you find on the ground like all the intricate runes and displays of a teleportation circle. And as soon as you clear it out, it seems to illuminate with a kind of a silvery brilliance to it. It starts like shining. What would you like to do?
We have to go.
I mean, I assist in whatever I can to make the portal to work.
Yeah, I believe we have to array the 3 items around it, and then I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember if there was any kind of activation phrase.
Not really.
But yeah,
No,
so
you put the items, and as soon as you put them, the place starts like shining, like almost like a tunnel of light that seems to be coming from the ground up. Farewell, heroes. May Kyrios be with you, says Cass in the distance. What would you like to do? Are you going into it already? Are you gonna do something
I'll say, and Paladine with you. Paladine.
If you die again, I'm personally going back to kill you.
He just
Yeah.
smiles.
I say it was an honor to meet such a great warrior.
The honor was all mine, great huntress.
Cross the portal.
Yeah.
Farewell, Sir Knight.
As I said, by heart. And I step into the portal.
As you step into the portal, you once again get this feeling of like being almost like being unmade, like your matter disappears and like your essence is being transported somewhere else. And as you're going through it, all of a sudden you feel an earthquake again. And this earthquake, you're down material and you're feeling the earthquake, and then it feels like some kind of a very powerful gravity is taking you and dragging you down and tears you out of wherever you're going. And instead of the abode of the gods, you find yourselves once again in a place you already know. And you fall to the ground. All of you, give me charisma saving throw, everybody.
Oh.
Get close, get close.
Just, mechanically, were we close to Haldrath when that happened?
I would say it's gonna count. Yeah, your souls were close together.
I
That's
assume
like
that
20.
Nice.
Thank God.
Of course.
I
The
assume
one you're
that
most familiar traveling through portals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moonsong isn't playing the drum.
No.
Yeah.
We're no.
Charisma saving throw?
Yeah.
Casual 34.
I
Ah.
love it. I love it.
And that's a 24, because we have the +5. And 28.
Thank you.
Wow.
27, excellent. So you fall to the ground, and once again, you feel like sore and hurt, but this could have been much worse. But it feels weird. It feels like almost like getting shook up in such a way that you feel like your body and your like inner being are like not connected. And now this place, the earthquake continues here, and now this place is filled with black cracks everywhere, and the nothingness seems to be seeping out of them. This nothingness, and as it seeps out and it reaches here and starts like spreading and creating like small pools of this, and you have a very bad feeling about this. What would you like to do?
This is not
I'm
good.
going to pull the red orb. Now we have the 3 keys.
Yeah.
Place them in the Arton. Take us to the above of the gods. I'm telling this to Jonah.
I'll move towards what looks like the altar.
Yeah, as you're approaching this place, you see like the cracks, and there seems to be like some kind of a black circle, like a nothingness circle around it, and you're having a hard time seeing the device. The device, basically the device of planar traveling you'll be using all this time, and it's like it's proven very hard actually to approach it, and you get the feeling like there are these waves of like as almost as if the nothingness is fighting something, and that clash, it creates like some kind of like after effect, and you get pushed that. I'm gonna say you will take 17 points of damage. Force damage as this wave hits you and passes through you, and the place starts crumbling like some of the sides here of this kind of a valley start like disappearing and breaking apart. What would you like to do?
Is there a way that I can reinforce whatever or weaken the nothingness? Like, could I make an opening for us to pass through, or
This
give
is an
some of my
Arcana
energy
check.
to? Well,
because it's
then I can't.
literally
I
minor.
can't.
Yeah, you can try.
I'm gonna try that Arcana check
Sure.
too.
Go for the Arcana.
I mean, I'd
And
rather
once- and
help
once
you
again,
because I have a
would allow,
+1.
since nobody has, I think, proficiency in Arcana, you can help each other, like to pool your knowledge. You're limited in whatever knowledge you remember, so you
I
can
ha-
give yourself help.
Yeah,
I have a +1.
Me too.
I can help. I don't have any
I-
arcana. I have a -1.
I spoke to Lunithari though. That's
Yeah.
like a goddess of magic.
Exactly.
Maybe something.
Well, you have literally Lunitari on your hands.
Yeah.
So I'll give you guidance, and you're getting help. So
Roll with advantage, and you have guidance. That's right.
Okay.
Oh no!
That's a 10.
listen, double digits.
It's a 10, yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing. So, okay. You could. Definitely, it's possible. Like, what Jonah's saying is not out of the realm of possibility, but you would need a wizard as good as Jonah is a cleric to do this. You will need a high-level wizard able to, like, because basically, this is a magical device. And it's like basically all of the magic is being breaking, the whole device is being breaking apart, and as it breaks apart, the magic contained within it, the arcane magic contained within it, is being released, and that is the damage you're suffering.
It isn't being released like in pulsations, or is
Yeah.
continual.
No, it's gonna pulses as it is. You see, like this circle of blackness, of nothingness, is like almost like penetrating this, and it's like it's seeping back, seeping down into the altar.
How much time?
And as it seeps down, you have these explosions.
And
So-
how much time are between the pulsations?
You had one which happened like a little bit ago. Now you get another earthquake, and the earthquake lasts like a minute or so. And after the earthquake, you get another one of these.
So,
And this one is this pulse is harder on you.
no, I would say that we take a step back, or
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where.
It is the whole
stand.
place.
mean-
Like it comes out all of a sudden.
we,
Go ahead.
But
we
the-
can
I can-
get near it, and we can find it exactly where it is, or we can get near it because of this energy.
And said that is the,
It's very unstable. You can try to reach it and approach it.
I can take you to the place, but I need to know that you can make this work before the next pulsation.
By the way, everybody take 20 points of force damage.
I'm going to take and how much?
So I can get near it.
Mm-hmm.
I can try, but I don't know about you because sadly
It's
all
I can
my-
get Jonah to the place.
my jump planes are for me. I can't take anyone with me.
I can.
I can take Jonah with me. I can take Jonah to the altar.
But can
I
you-
don't
question is-
I don't like that. Says Belmont says to you, Karas, I don't like that at all. Like, that looks bad. That looks really bad.
What
I
does?
wouldn't approach that. That thing, that black thing.
No,
Don't you
We
can you
are-
feel it?
it's weird.
It's like eating your magic.
Johann,
Yeah.
it's hitting the magic.
I think we have to try and travel a different way. So, would I get the feeling that we could use a plane shift to travel without this device? Like, this device is malfunctioning
Yeah.
and being attacked. Could we travel?
Give me a religion check
Can I
with
help?
disadvantage. Yeah.
I can jump to the ethereal plane, but I can't jump to anywhere else. So, but can I
No.
help Jonah?
29.
Oh, well.
I love it.
With disadvantage.
Even with disadvantage.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how good. That's how he is. Okay, so you know it's possible. It's a ritual then. So you know where you're going, and you have the keys basically, the 3 sigils, but each key works differently. The Taivu must be played, and that is a given because you have Moonsong with you, who has already demonstrated that she can play very well actually. The globe must be asked politely to grant its blessing. And the problem is the heart of the damned. The heart of the damned, who has it by the way? The heart of Algorak, the Pain Master. Do you have it, Jonah?
I don't think so, because it's not in my
No,
inventory.
I have it then.
Okay.
Sure. So as Haldrath pulls it out, you see this ruby that is like has like a sheen brilliance to it, like a pinkish light, and you understand in that moment, Jonah, that this ruby, the heart of the damned, contains the soul of this demon, like the essence of this demon. And you know, and this demon will never heed to your words. So the only way to command it is to destroy it. To destroy this demon's essence.
I mean, I'm open to other ideas.
That's what you know. And you know, doing those 3 things, you can do this.
What do we need to do? You say this?
Yeah,
If
we need
if
to
we
destroy
want
it.
to use plane shift, we have to play the drum, ask the globe, and destroy the ruby.
What do we need to do to destroy the ruby?
I think you have like the means to do it. It would
Yeah.
need like to be hit with
Is
like
there
some
a
magical
reason
weapon.
for us to not destroy the ruby? For not wanting
If
to?
we destroy the ruby, we can't travel using the altars that we've been using.
So one
Exactly.
It would be a
way-
one-time thing.
Do we
one-way
need travel more? Like, I'm asking this as a player and as a character. Like, this is
The
For
answer
both,
to
I
both
think we don't know.
from me as a
We don't know.
GM is you don't know.
yeah. No, I'm asking this to the party.
As
Like-
character, Karas is full on the trial. He will not let you alone.
Do we need to reach the gods again, or reach the abyss again?
Not unless no. I mean, we don't plan on returning to the material world to Kryn, like, until we complete this. So
I can banish you there.
Love it, like
Yeah.
the workaround.
Because as I'm looking at it, we have the means to reach the gods. That's what we were looking for.
I think that we should do it now and later because we cannot use the portal. I mean
yeah.
I can get you to the altar, but I don't know if you can use it right now. We don't have.
I mean,
means
if
to
it
stabilize.
failed already, like there's no reason to think it'll succeed if we manage to activate it now. So if we had been able to,
What looks safer? Keras is asking very fast. What looks safer?
we don't know.
Like
Not
your
staying
ghosts
here.
are like
Not staying here.
Haldrad, I'm going to take the ruby from you. I don't know if what can. I'm going to grab it. Just
I
grab
don't
it.
think you need to do that. You can just
Yeah.
And if no one is stopping Keras, we start to destroy the
Oh,
ruby.
yeah, I am going to stop you
going-
because destroying the ruby should be the last thing.
Yeah.
We have to make sure we get the other two done
let's
first.
make sure that we sure.
So we play the drum so everyone gets bliss.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll take out
so
the
you need to
scroll
play
of
the drum
plane shift.
first. Yeah.
I play the drum first.
Yeah.
I
play the
make
drum.
I'll give you guys, if I can, while I'm also
Yeah, give me guidance.
looking at the
please.
scroll of plane shift, I'll give you guidance.
That's a D4.
hmm Just like in Baldur's Gate 3, you get guidance with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baldur's Great.
I'm really planning, and I'm going to test on my next game, using guidance as a reaction
That's
because
okay.
I find it really cool.
Yeah.
Same with the resistance.
17 is enough. You activate to start playing the drums. Which song are you playing?
We all get 10 temporary hit points, which is good.
That is true.
I'm playing the song when we say farewell to the warriors that are going out on.
Oh
on a
no,
mission.
like a sad like song, but also like a song of bravery.
Yeah.
Cool. So you start playing the song, you get this 10 temporary hit points, and now there's like another earthquake, longer than the last one, maybe a minute and 20 seconds, and then after that, another huge wave comes out after this, and I'm gonna have to start using this because so it's like, and this is getting worse and worse, like by the minute. After each of these, they are becoming worse. So now everybody takes 45 points of force damage.
But 35 because you had 10 temporary hit
You
points.
have 10
I
temporary
already
hits.
consumed them because we are took.
Like this huge wave, and as one of these rocks, huge rocks on the side of this place falls down, makes a hole, and the hole in the ground, you all see a place of a blood red sea. There's like a blood red sea going around on the other side. Who has history? Let me check.
I have.
You know
+6.
Haldrath. Yeah, you have proficiency, and you Munsung as well.
Yeah.
Both of you at the same time recognize this. This is the dreaded Maelstrom. The blood red sea, the Maelstrom on the eastern northeast of Ansalon. Yeah. And as you watch this place, it's almost as if you're watching it like from afar, like from top down, and then you see like this goo, like this nothingness substance starts dripping into it, and little by little starts disappearing. You see the red coming apart and disappearing.
I'm going to pull the globe.
The globe? Awesome.
I'm going to say, Veiled Maiden, the red moon in the sky, please grant us the power and the means to reach the gods so we can put an end to this.
Give me a persuasion check.
And you have
I'm going to
4 from guidance.
Guidance.
Ugh. Plus 10. but
That's
I
super
rolled a
good.
six.
That's 20. You feel like the globe starts shining. So it's like shining red. The drum is currently, by the way, when you play it, it starts shining with a silvery brilliance. So you have the silver and the red, and you have 2 out of 3.
I'm going to look at Keras.
Kneel down, gem on the floor,
Sure.
grabbing my dagger of venom in front of the gem, preparing the attack, steady aim,
Sure.
and
Nice.
say, I'm not asking nicely. You will help and make an attack.
Okay. You have one thing in particular which is very interesting, that you're going to destroy the gem, because you have an ability to capture a part of the essence of something.
Yes, but I need.
Would you like to try to do so as you break the gem?
Totally. If there,
Yeah.
because if there is a soul, I can grab the soul, the soul.
And create the
Exactly.
like,
Token of
the
the
memento
departed.
that you do. I don't know how it's called. Go ahead and do a sleight of hand check, because this is about being quick. Be quick or be dead, as the mighty Iron Maiden once said. Holy
Low,
cow! Another
25.
25? Oh, this is so good. Okay, so you bring down the dagger, you plunge it, the heart shatters, and you immediately feel as the essence is like being like unraveled and disappearing, and you're able on the last second like to grab it with your magic, with your shadowy magic, and to create like I don't know how it's
It's a
called.
trinket.
What's the name of that? A trinket.
Trinket.
And you create a soul trinket out of this. So you don't know if the soul trinket is gonna work as the heart, but you have at least a part of this demon's essence. And the ritual is ready. So Jonah,
I use the scroll
Your
of
turn.
plane shift.
so you open up the scroll, and as you read the words, they start making sense to you. And the scroll consumes in your hand, is consumed, and then like a circle creates all around you, and you have the power to go there. You can now, whoever touches you can join basically. And also, if someone touches someone that is touching you, they are going
Yeah,
to go with you
we
as well.
link hands
Yeah,
or shoulders or whatever.
sure.
And we go.
I'm,
This is our final step.
Yeah.
And I transport us
This is the end.
finally.
this is it.
This
I'm
is
wa-
it.
I'm waiting for my Scrooge companion to do that too.
Sure, yeah, they
kinda
can
like
touch
they're-
you.
Yeah, they're like they are looking like very like afraid or like worried at least of what's going on here. And then
Grab my hand, or shoulders, or horns,
Sure.
whatever.
Okay. So, in that moment, you enter this place and you feel once again the same. It's kind of the same feeling as what happened before. But in this case, you don't you don't feel like there's an earthquake, but you're able to enter through this. And as soon as you enter, you don't feel the earthquake anymore. It feels like you're going somewhere else or someplace else. And as you're going there, all of the songs and the sounds of the world die behind you, and you reach a place that looks very beautiful. It's like a valley, like a very expansive valley, and it is half of the valley is in bloom. Seems to be like in a kind of spring. So everything is green, and you see flowers, and there is like the smell of spring in the air. And another side of the valley is in winter, and everything is under snow and ice, and there's darkness there. In the center of this valley, there's a mountain. You see it right in front of you. And this mountain is taller than the tallest tower in Ansalon. It seems to reach literally the sky, and the sky is covered in clouds. Half of it is covered in clouds, and the other one is like clear skies with a shining sun. And this mountain looks like a spire made out of two things. It seems to made out of light and shadow, and it goes up and up and up. And there's a single, almost infinite ladder surrounding the mountain and going around it, and going up and up to its top. And this vision of beauty and like majestic power is surrounded on all sides by a darkness darker than anything you've ever seen. And this nothingness seems to be clawing and trying to open its way through an invisible force, a tremendously powerful force, a barrier that is holding this at bay, but barely. And you see that with each earthquake, there are cracks happening on this invisible barrier. And little by little, drops of this nothingness seep through and fall into the ground. And as soon as they touch the ground, whatever they touch disappears, as if it had never existed. You are now in the abode of the gods and the eye of the storm. What would you like to do?
This is it.
I would like to use Divine Sense just to get an idea of where is strongest.
Oh, this is so good. Go ahead and can you send Divine Sense to the chat so I can get a read on it?
Yes. I can.
Thank you.
I think. There you go.
Oh, this is so interesting. This is the strongest evil you've ever perceived. And at the same time, it's not evil at all. There is a casual cruelty to this nothingness. It's almost like a beast. You get this feeling of a hunger that can never be satiated. And it eats everything. But it is like a beast. It has no conscience of what it's doing. It's just eating everything away. And as you look around it, you feel like it is almost as if all of everything you've seen so far, it was like side quests, like secondary missions of this nothingness. The nothingness is concentrated here. This is the place that is assailing with intensity, with a determination and a desire that you have never seen before in any creature you've ever encountered. Like, it is pushing and pushing and pressuring and trying to break this apart. And it seems by a miracle that this hasn't collapsed yet. Like there's this little islet of darkness and light which stands in the middle of this nothingness. So yeah, you're surrounded by this. And this is where it's at its strongest.
Elena, I need to know any focal point, way, road that we can go. Any landmark to
There's like this ladder. There's like this ladder with almost
up the
infinite
mountain.
steps carved on the side of the mountain, and it goes around and around it, like almost like a serpent. That goes around the mountain and goes through the light and through the shadow, and it goes up and up and up. And once again, you cannot see the top. It's so tall that you cannot see where it ends. But you see that it goes as up as the mountain goes.
Let's move.
We can climb that.
Mhm.
If if you can share a ride with Moonsong, I can carry Keras.
Let's go.
A bull
So-
in a mount.
Come here.
Sure.
On the Dragonel, yeah, Moonsong and I can fly up. And
I have a plus
Haldrath's
15 athletics to grab this Minotaur and drag him.
I love it.
Have expertise on this.
I have a
Yo,
plus
give me-
15 athletics. I can do it myself.
Wow.
Can you fly though?
No.
I am saying that
not yet.
we fly.
Yeah.
You don't have to go like that.
Who do you wish to be carried? Princess carried on the back? Firefighter?
Yeah.
Haldrath goes like this, and you ride him like a surfboard.
Yeah.
I'm going to
I can
grab
do that too.
that. Let's do that.
I
This,
turn into a
this is
surfboard.
humiliating.
Listen, normally we ride the airship. Just think of Haldrath as a very tiny airship.
Yeah.
He's an airboat.
It's not that bad when you think about it that way.
Keras is smiling.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Don't overstep.
Okay.
And we fly up to the mountain.
Okay. So in this case, I am going to ask you for an athletics check, as you are going the first third of the way through. It's very tall, so it's one of those things like it's like you start going, and you're carrying Keras with you, Haldrath.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, you roll with disadvantage.
Yeah. Can I have a guidance for this, Daniel?
If we're keeping close enough that I can touch you every minute, so to speak. Yeah.
I knew it that I had to take that spell. Why I didn't take it?
Which one?
Enlarge reduce.
Sure.
But I didn't
I
take
don't
it.
need it. I don't need it. I roll a 28 and a 35.
Oh.
What?
I have
Awesome.
expertise on athletics. I'm
Yeah, you have
pretty
it.
fucking strong.
You're pretty fucking strong. I love it. So okay. So once again, it's not exactly what what I described, but this is kind of like the vibe that I was going for.
I have the muscles and the technique.
and the athletics. Yes, the muscles and the brain. Yeah, sure. You have no problem as you're flying up, and you've been, thanks to the knighthood, you were exposed to a lot of like the doctrine regarding the gods of light, the gods of darkness, and everything else, but you've never seen anything like this before. This is like half and half, but you cannot separate the halves. I don't know if I'm explaining myself. It's like the darkness and the light here are combined in such a way that they're not separated. They're not two things. They're just one thing. They're united. In a
For
way
such
that-
a contrasting views,
Yeah.
they meld so well.
Exactly.
that you cannot pick up.
You cannot
on
imagine them
separation.
separated. You cannot imagine one side without the other. It
Yeah.
wouldn't look as good as this one. So it is.
I'm
like
casting a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Cool.
To keep the Dragonel alive through the waves in the previous stage.
That. Oh sure.
No, maybe we are going to have a fight. Yeah, I'm going to heal myself.
Cool. How about the rest of you? How was your athletics? Did everybody roll?
It's
Didn't see anybody.
everyone.
You don't need to.
I had to
by
roll
the way.
also.
Yeah. Everybody has.
Athletics.
They are on the Dragonel.
We're flying
Oh,
on
no,
the
no.
Dragonel.
If they're on the
large...
Dragonel, sorry, they're not.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
I'm going to heal myself.
I'm also going to cast a... Before you do that, I'm also going to cast a mass healing word for everybody, including the Dragonel, for 12 hit points.
That's super cool.
12?
12.
Okay.
12?
Yeah,
Thank you.
correct.
And I'm going to heal myself. Are we taking a short rest? Do you think?
You went 300 feet up, by the way, and you seem to be like a third of the way through. Or at least so it seemed.
Do you think that we are going to have a moment of rest on the top side? Or that
Probably not.
more trials and tribulations awaits us?
Indeed.
Then I'm going to just close my eyes, accept my fate, and heal myself for 50 hit points with lay on hands.
Love
Go
it.
for it.
Sure. Okay.
What
Would
I-
it help if I cast Enhance ability on you for this?
I don't know how much I'm going to need to use athletics. Up to Elena. If once was
You're
enough,
rolling with
or-
disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have to roll two more times. But
Yeah,
it's
I'll do
okay,
it.
like, if
It's-
you wanna do it. Yeah.
Then
It's a level 2 spell slot. So for this character, I'll go for it. So you have...
You don't mind
I
that
give
much.
you a bull's strength.
That means no guidance, but I can roll.
You're
a
rolling
strike.
straight.
Yeah. Okay, I need someone on the group to roll a d20. No modifiers.
I can do it.
As always, higher is the better.
I'm going to roll my third athletics just to leave it there.
Sure.
And after that,
Ugh.
wait. I'm going to roll the d20.
Okay.
Please, please,
Okay.
please, please. 16.
That's good.
That's
Good
good.
number. Good solid number. So second leg of the journey. And in this case, whoever is on a mount, you don't need to roll, or whoever is being carried don't need to roll. I think you're the only one who needs to roll for this, Alred.
Don't
So
move that
go
much.
ahead and give an athletics check. Yeah.
Pretty demanding
Got a 20
for
now.
a dead weight on my back.
Funny.
Funny indeed.
Does it seem like with those athletics checks, Haldrath,
Yeah.
like are they moving up?
It's,
Like, does it look like something gonna fail, and then we need to try and get our Dragonel to try and make an intercept, crash into the mountain?
That is true. Would you like to talk something amongst yourselves as you're discussing this? Are you looking around? What is your mood as you're traveling?
Definitely trying to gauge what the damage is in the realm. How,
Yeah.
like, does it seem like it's been diminished and it's encroaching and the barrier is getting smaller, or is it that things are poking through the barrier?
Most definitely feels like both. Like it seems like this was once like a much larger valley, and now the valley is very reduced, reduced to an islet. And also this idea of you feel like something is coming through, and once again it's just droplets. It's just drip, drip, drip. It feels like it's almost like a dam, and the dam has like holes everywhere, and the droplets are coming out, are coming in reality, I should say, from all sides. But they're very little at the distance that you are now, which is like 600 feet or so above ground. You can no longer see them, but you now perceive that nothingness. You have a better idea of what it is, and it is immense. It is like you cannot measure it in your mind. It's so large, and it covers everything, and it goes as up as this mountain goes. This goes higher. It goes as tall as that and higher. So it is encroaching the whole of the valley. So that is the feeling that you get. Okay.
Keras is looking to the front. He's focused on the mission. So he's alert in anything that can possibly happen before us.
Are you looking at something specific, or is it...
Any weird stuff, basically. Trying to keep an eye of the safe route.
Sure. Give me... Okay, give me a perception check.
Perception. Going.
You have a lot.
Very low, 21.
Very, very low, yeah. That's your basic.
Mm-hmm.
You look around and you seem to distinguish in the distance on the ground mostly like some pools of this nothingness. They're very small. They're almost like little pools. They're not large enough that they're distinguished. They're like distinguished from. They're like puddles, more like pools, I should say, like puddles of this nothingness. But they seem to be growing bigger by the moment. Okay, last step of the way. Haldreth, once again, please, athletics check. And
again,
I
I roll an 18. I already.
Yeah.
oh,
roll
sorry.
the last one.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
3 times.
Cool. And
I can roll again if you want.
No, don't worry. I hadn't seen that. It's just, I didn't see that amongst all the rolls on roll. It's okay. And somebody else roll a d20, please. And no modifiers. Higher is better.
Patty, let's go.
Go, Patty.
No. I'm going to roll my dice.
Sure.
16.
Very good.
Ooh, my same roll.
Yeah. Interesting. So,
Both
as you reach
digital
the top,
and real dice. Know the
Yeah.
importance.
in this case, both of them are being nice. No, they're not separated. As you reach the top, you see, it almost ends all of a sudden, and there is like a shroud of fog all around you, which you sort of like go over, and then it ends, and it's very cold when you are on the top. And here, probably at one point, you could see the whole valley and see everywhere. Now, everything is covered by this darkness, and you feel like the darkness is closest, like this nothingness is closest to you, because it feels like it's almost like the droplets are falling from the sky and following on this. And what you have in front of you is a painting, but it looks like liquid somehow. And on the painting, there are many creatures of different kinds and sizes. And all of them seem to be surrounding like a center, some kind of a hall or place where people, meet to have conversations. And this place goes deeper and deeper into the mountain. And once again, it's not exactly this, but This is kind of what I imagine it looks like on the ground. And it's kind of watery. What would you like to do?
Drop Keras to the floor first.
Does it have
What?
that darkness inside?
No, actually the droplets that fall from the sky on here are almost like dissolved immediately. They do not accumulate. They fall on this water and it seems like the water dissolves them. It's stronger than these things are.
This is it. Behind this, the god should be waiting, fighting, right?
Then what are we waiting for?
Does the essence of
Let's go
Paladine
in.
grants you some kind of knowledge or something?
I'll try and reach out if I can with any senses. See if there's something we can do from here. Any
This
way we can
is home.
reinforce.
This is the end as well. You cannot go further. Something will stay here. Something will stay behind. This is its proper place. And it is needed.
I think you see as Jonah smiles and relaxes. Like, he had been carrying a huge weight since the moment he realized what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I think I didn't fuck it up. I think we... It was perhaps the greatest responsibility a mortal has held
Yeah.
that he knows of. And it's like,
This was like the greatest, the most like tense and like draining side quest ever. Like you are like totally, absolutely, I understand that feeling. Sure.
is there something I need to give? Like, do I have to do something, or will crossing this threshold like extract
You
it
feel that it
and-
will happen as soon as you cross it.
Yeah.
Because here, you get this feeling is very interesting.
Oh, good job.
Your friends will be able to pass through, but you will not. You will pass just because you have this. Otherwise, you shouldn't be able to do this.
What?
What? Why else? You know?
I'll grasp my holy symbol.
Yep. The medallion of faith.
Yes. And give thanks that this happened because it was not at all certain. And I'll turn to the rest and go, we can move forward.
Who's gonna enter first?
As always, I
I'm
take
riding
the lead.
with Daniel, so I mean with
Sure.
Jonah, so
Jonah.
You feel like in this place you shouldn't enter like with the dragonette or anything.
Sure. Yeah, we'll
You feel like this is the holiest of holy places. So whatever that compels you to do, feel free to do anything like before you enter.
Caldra is
so I
not
sorry.
going to do anything. No, excuse me. Go ahead.
So you said we're ready to enter. So I see everyone like looking around. So I make a war scream and I jump from the dragon and clamber to them.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Immediately, like Moonsong disappears. It's like there's not a splash. There's nothing. Like she touches the thing and disappears immediately.
From the back of Haldrad, Keras will say, "To our destiny! Hiya!"
Awesome. So you jump as well, and once again, like you're, in this case, for the first time probably in your life, the three ghosts that go with you, the three are screaming, like they are in some kind of as you're falling into this.
He's the worst. And I'm going to dive.
I'll pat the Dragonelle.
Yeah.
Hope that it has a good experience in this realm and look around as we see a very clear representation of what it is we're fighting for.
Yeah.
And then close my eyes and let myself drop in.
As you close your eyes and let yourself drop in, you feel that you touch this and immediately something is taken from you, and it is like this burden that you felt all of this time, and the burden is taken away. And instead it is replaced with some sense of like peace and like togetherness, of like reaching the end, tranquility, calmness. And that's where we're going to end this half of the session, everybody.
No!
So we're going to go into a break now, and we'll see you for the second half and to finish the session. Thank you, everybody.
Wow. Wow.
Cool. We did it.
We did it.
We're here.